Hey, did you miss this live? This was my live on Dirty Old Bastards. And I think I took a different take to this subject than I've heard expressed on YouTube. It's conservative, but you did come to the Radical Black Conservative channel. And I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Now, the full audio is 1 hour long, and this is only a teaser. But if you're not a member or a patron, you should hear enough here to chime in on the discussion. And if you're interested in hearing the entire live, of course, you can catch it on my memberships page or my Patreon.
It is interesting to me that a man can live for 40, 50, 60 years and he can have sex with lots and lots of women. He can catch diseases, right? Because when you have sex with people and you've been having sex with people for 20 or 30 years, you've caught all kinds of diseases. Your phallus has been, covered in all kinds of vaginal secretions from multiple women. Typically, men like this, their standards are very low. They just want somebody that's attractive, right? And so they're trying to have as much sex as they can with as many attractive women as they can. I actually feel like gagging, like just saying this. These men are normally like, their personalities aren't actually the best. A lot of times they're charming, right? They're charismatic, but there's no depth to them. They're kind of slimy, grimy people. They've probably hurt a lot of women throughout the, 30, 40 years they've been on the market. They're really ran through, right? And so you have these old men who have had all kinds of diseases, who are covered in the vaginal secretions of goodness knows how many women of every caliber, right? From the lowest on the totem pole, onward, who then think because they have money that any woman of actual quality, meaning any woman that has a trait beyond being attractive, right, would actually have a real and genuine desire to be with him. It's like money does not wash away the fact that you're nasty. And a well-raised woman from a good family, her parents aren't going to be trying to hand her off to you like these, prostitutes over in the Playboy Mansion were handed over to Hugh Hefner. You know what I mean? Like, nobody respectable is going to tell their daughter, yeah, you know who's going to be a great mate for you? My virgin, beautiful, intelligent daughter. Some dirty man that's had sex with 100 women and had 6 diseases and has had to pop pills to get rid of whatever he caught with the various women he slept with, who's, not able to grow up until he's 50. Nobody's going to be like, yeah, daughter, go marry that guy. Go marry this guy with his reduced sperm count, because you know that these older men, their sperm counts are so low that even when they try to reproduce with a young woman, it's difficult for her to get pregnant. Nobody's going to be like, yeah, my virgin, beautiful, gorgeous daughter who's so smart, that guy is top notch. Like, go ahead and take your pure, clean body and give it to this nasty freak who's had 13 STDs or STIs in his lifetime. Like, nobody's going to do that. They're not checking for the guy that caught gonorrhea 6 times in the past 30 years. They're not fantasizing about crawling into bed with the dude who had chlamydia from that chick he banged out from the club 5 years ago. They're not interested in the guy who has disrespected 100 women, or the guy who was on YouTube bragging about how he slept with 3 women in the same day. A lot of people find that disgusting. A lot of people wouldn't want you to touch them with your filthy, nasty hands, no less actually sleep with you or marry you or bear your children, a lot of people, it makes them want to vomit in their mouths. I know that when you are in such a degraded state, when you've abused your body so much as a man, that you think that the standard for cleanliness and morality is a female only standard. But women who are clean and moral don't want to be touched by nasty, disgusting, filthy, morally depraved men. I mean, y'all have to really stop listening to YouTube. There's only a certain sector of women who are going to do that. And these aren't top notch quality women. These aren't women from great homes who are virgins with good parents. Okay. These are gold diggers, because no woman who actually has her stuff together like that, no woman who's been sheltered with her family, treated well, is a virgin, is educated, is beautiful, is going to degrade herself to pick you when there are so many men out there who don't have that baggage. In the same way that you look down on so many women, there's a whole group of women and fathers and mothers who are looking at you like, are you out of your mind? You're not that valuable. Everybody's had you. I certainly don't want my daughter with you. She could literally do better. She can have somebody young who's not broken by life and be with him. Deep down, I know that you guys know that you are nasty. I know that when you had to take some pills because you had some disease that some random lady gave you, I know that your phallus, your mind, and your body are disgusting. And that's why you have to put on all the bravado. I know that it's repulsive. I know that some of us look at you and we think you're gross. A man that's gone his whole life just having sex with a bunch of women, to me, sounds like a person who's probably done a lot of disgusting things, has had a lot of diseases, and is morally bankrupt. I'm not really flagging top-notch quality, high value. That's not really what's equating in my mind, and I know I'm not alone. I'm not the only one. I'm going to tell you, I know me and most of the parents I know are going to advise our children to marry younger people who are morally sound and have not been ran through by life. Not some twice divorced, I've had sex with 300 women. I have, 5 cases of chlamydia, 3 cases of gonorrhea, and some random thing they could not diagnose under my belt. And am damn near dead person for their daughter to marry. Like, who's doing that out here, really? I will never forget the day I literally heard a man bragging that he had had sex with 3 women in one day. I was like, really? You had sex with 3 women in one day? So you're just like a walking AIDS epidemic, right? You've probably got all the diseases. When you say that you've had sex with 3 women in one day, I'm not thinking, ooh, what a pimp. I can't wait to get with him. Ooh, I want to hop on top of that thing that's been in 3 women in one day. I'm thinking, you're disgusting. You're actually literally nasty. Like, what kind of reckless drug-filled life are you on? What bender were you on? Please tell me you weren't sober making these decisions. Blame it on the alcohol or the drugs. These men are so out of touch with reality. Nobody thinks that that's attractive. I banged out 300 women. Gross. That's nasty. No respectable woman wants any association with a phallus that's been in 300 people. Are you kidding me? Who would want to kiss you? Oh, it's great. It's literally like nauseous making. I'm really surprised that these men think so highly of themselves simply because they have some money. All the money in the world will never wash that filth off of you. Only the most desperate of women who literally can't get anything better. Because I promise you, if she could get something better than you, she would do so. If she could get everything you had without all your baggage, she would do that. And that's how you know you're not wanted. If she could take your money and not have to take you along with the money, she would only take the money because you don't have value. That's the real test. If she could take all that I have and not be bothered with me, would she still choose me? If the answer is no, then you don't have value. And I don't just mean attractiveness. Is Hugh Hefner valuable? Like, is any woman truly looking at Hugh Hefner and going, ooh, he's a catch? Let's keep it real. Hugh Hefner, notoriously surrounded by attractive young women. Is he a catch? Did anybody look at that man and go, man, I really want to be with him? You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to get him in the bed. Right? Nobody was doing that. Here, let me ask you another question. The women surrounding Hugh Hefner, all the Playboy bunnies, they were attractive, but is anybody looking at them going, man, she would make an excellent wife and mother? But that woman right there with her vagina spread open on the mag, that's the chick that I want to bear my children. Like, really? So he was surrounded by a bunch of prostitutes. I mean, none of them are valuable. He had sex with a lot of women. If you heard his little ex-girlfriend telling the story, they used to pop quaaludes and then all take turns bouncing on top of him for 60 seconds. I'm not really sure that he's valuable because of that. I mean, getting a person that's worthless to sleep with you or getting many people that are worthless to sleep with you doesn't make you valuable. Men are known for not really being the most, the sex that values their bodies very much. Like a promiscuous man is like saying water is wet. A man that slept with a bunch of women is like saying ducks have feathers. Am I making this up? Am I the only woman? I'm more impressed. I'm going to tell you something. Women are more impressed when men don't try to give them sex. Ladies, keep it real. Have you ever encountered a man who didn't try to get you in a bed? And did you ever stop and say, wait, what? You're not going to try to get me in a bed? Not because you even want to sleep with him, just because you're so accustomed to men trying to get you into bed. It's actually unique for a man to have any level of self-respect. You're like, well, wait a minute. You respect yourself?
I hope you enjoyed this short clip from the full audio. Go ahead and let me know in the comments below your thoughts. And if you're interested in hearing the entire live, you can do that on my Patreon or memberships page.